Welcome to the Gagoot Show. Our special guest tonight is Anthony DiDomenico. We have a special video preview of our Paul Bond show, a video with Josephine Gladstein, and that's about all I got.
And I'm his co-host, Nicole LoMonaco.
Yay.
Thanks, I get a clap. Applause break for my name.
Yay.
So we want to talk to you what's been going on in our over the week since the last time we saw you guys. We have a show coming up tomorrow on the waterfront.
82 Brightwood Street in Patchogue, Long Island. We'll be giving you that information during the show.
Yes.
And going to be a great show tomorrow. It's the headliner is Paul Bond.
It's very, very funny. If you're available, please come down. You're going to be. It's so worth it.
Nicole is going to be one of the featured comics. Michelle Durante, Joe Capella, Pat Marone, who's been on the show, and Les Deegan. So.
And Richie Ragu.
Ragu is not going to be on there. He's going to cook.
Oh,
Ragu will be there. He'll cook. You'll see him. And you can probably have a drink. I'm hosting the show. I'll be hosting. And I think I'm going to be like organizing who goes up when and everything. So
it's going to be a mess.
No, we'll talk. We'll figure out. I'd like to put you in the middle somewhere.
All right, good. I'm excited.
Right.
I had 2 shows over the weekend. I had one at Broadway Comedy Club in the city on Sunday night that our guest from last week, Joseph Conklin, put together. It was a small turnout, but we still had a lot of fun. I met some new city comics, which was nice. And then I did a show that I produced last night at Napper Tandy's of Northport. And I had myself, I was hosting, Stephen Perillo, Evan Weiss, Mike Calcagno, Mike Toohey, Mike Keegan. I had all the mics on the show. And it was nice. We had about...
Monday Night Mike.
Monday Night Mike. And we had about maybe 10 people show up, but it was better than nothing.
For a Monday night,
yeah.
That's pretty good.
And the Islander game was on, so people were more interested in that, which I can't really say I blame them.
But that's good because the Monday before that you had a show. You said you only had 2 people in the audience.
Yeah, that one wasn't too good, but it happens.
And now is Napper Tandy's going to be a regular...
Well, she seemed like she was interested. She said, maybe we'll try it for a different night, because Wednesday nights they do the wing night there. So she's like, let's try and do it for, an hour or so before the wing night when people are starting to come in, you have more of a crowd. I'm like, all right, that works for me.
And which Napper Tandy's is this?
Northport.
The one in Northport,
yeah,
okay.
Which I live right up the block from, so it's easy for me to just drink and walk home.
Because I was at the other Napper Tandy's in Miller Place.
Okay, yeah.
And they were talking about, they were asking about a comedy night.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
That's good.
They're interested. I saw Amber Ferrari there, who's a big star here. Amber Ferrari also, she does Janis Joplin. Oh. Great singer. Oh, great.
I like Janis Joplin. We have a couple bands that come to my father's restaurant that sings that, which is so funny because all the people in there, I don't even think heard of Janis Joplin because they're all like 90. So that's even, after their time, they're like, who, huh, what?
They really? The people in there?
Yeah, she'll sing like, they sing Sinatra, they'll sing, what's her name, Celine Dion, and they sing like all these old folky songs or whatever. And then she'll come out with like something rocking, and they're just sitting there like, I don't like dance music. Why is she yelling at us? They don't like it.
But then I was at your restaurant one night when they had a band, the 69ers.
Oh, yeah. My dad named that band, by the way.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
And my friend John knows those guys. They all graduated in 1969.
Oh.
That's why they and they played all great music from the 60s and 70s.
So if my dad were here right now, he'd tell this awful joke. He'd go, how do you say 69 in Chinese? Tu can chew. Stupid.
Yeah. My father used to tell that joke, though.
He's a funny guy. So
funny.
He is funny. We were actually working together. This is just for me to tell you guys because it's a funny story, and I love my dad, so why not, right?
Right.
We bicker all the time at work together, him and I, when I am there. And we were arguing over a price today about a party. And I said, you shouldn't charge it that much. You should do it this price. He goes, I'm telling you, do it this one. It's fine. They're gonna go for it. I said, she's not gonna call back. She's not gonna call back. An hour goes by. The woman calls back. She goes, that's a great price. I'm gonna book the party. Everything's gonna be great. Blah blah blah. I'm like, all right. My dad comes over. He's like, she booked the party. I'm like, yeah. He's like, ha! I told you. I'm like, you're a really nice guy. And I was like running my rear end all off today, and he just stuck it to me. I'm like, thank you very much, old man.
But now your dad does everything there, right?
Yeah.
He's the head chef,
He's the manager, he's the cook, he's the guy who cleans the toilets, he's the guy who, he doesn't clean the toilets and then cook, don't worry, he washes his hands first.
I saw that in a comedy movie.
Oh, yeah?
I saw that, a movie with Cedric the Entertainer. I can't think of the name, where they were taking the family to a family reunion.
Right,
Was
it called Family? I think it was called Family Reunion.
Was it called Family Reunion? And they stop off in a restaurant, and he's going to get his daughter a birthday cake. And then the guy, he hears this guy in the bathroom, all kinds of stuff going. And then the guy comes out, he don't even wash his hands. He's like, I don't even have time to wash my hands. I have to decorate a birthday cake for this girl, and it's his daughter's birthday cake.
Oh my God,
and then he runs out. Let's go, we're going.
That's funny. That's gross though.
Yeah.
This is not.
That's why
not sanitary.
Don't argue with people in restaurants. Never argue with somebody.
No, that won't happen at the real one. That doesn't happen. No.
Yeah. I'm always afraid of that. With my wife tends to, she always seems to get
people off. I feel like Nancy's somebody who would get something for free. I feel like she would go there and complain about something, but it's really not that bad. But she'll make it like it is that bad, just so she could get.
It wasn't what I thought it was. They didn't. It's not the way it was described in the menu. The menu said that it was going to be over string beans, not lima beans. I hate lima beans. Yeah. And then we're so sorry, man. We took that off there. But a lot of times, if something bad is going to happen to an order, it does happen to Nancy. It does.
There's always somebody at the table that's like you go out to dinner with, and it's that person. Always something gets screwed up for it, and it's always a to-do. It's you don't even want to invite them to dinner. No offense, Nancy, but I'm not going to invite you to dinner probably ever anymore, unless you're buying, and then in that case, I'll definitely be there. But
you got to come over for dinner soon. Now the weather's getting nice.
I'll be there.
Come on, I'll buy filet mignon. See here, Nancy? Filet mignon.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
What else do we have to do that
I know, we
deals with comedy? This show.
I know, right? We're talking about food and whatnot. We're taking over for Jeannie Powers. She's been gone, and all she did was talk about food. It's like we miss her. We have to bring that little segment here when she's not here.
This is the Gagoot Show. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, is a show about stand-up comedy for stand-up comedians and for the people who love stand-up comedy.
And people who also like to eat food.
And who like to eat.
So yeah, all good stuff is coming along. I'm excited for tomorrow's show, and then.
And then what do you have coming up?
I'm trying to think. Friday night, I'm doing a show at Felt in Comac. Lee West is.
I might go there.
Yeah, you should come.
Yeah, do I have to sign up early or? I don't know. I think you'll put me
You
up.
probably just hit him on a Facebook thing and just say, hit me up and.
I will. Yeah, I want to do that. If I could stay awake, that's my problem as you get older.
Yeah, because you're a senior citizen.
I'm a senior citizen.
You get the early bird special, and then you're, asleep by 8:30.
With the laptop in my lap. I've actually have fallen asleep in my life. I never fell asleep sitting, and now I do.
Really?
Yes, I fall asleep, and then and Nancy will be in the other room.
You never slept on a train or bus or the airplane?
I couldn't do that kind of stuff. I couldn't fall asleep on a plane. I can't. I'm too nervous.
Yeah.
I actually want to go into the cockpit and ask the pilot if he knows what the hell he's doing.
He probably does.
Yeah. Why are we going into a cliff? Why do you want me to lock the door?
What happened at that plane crash in Tokyo? That was the last one I heard of, right?
I don't know if it was Tokyo, but
or
it was.
Japan.
Yeah.
Japan's in Tokyo. I think, right? I'm not cheating.
Yeah, Japan's in Tokyo. Tokyo's in Japan.
Yeah. All right. Well, so it just says it was an Asian plane. That's all I'm going to say. In a crash.
You know what they say? Women who fly plane upside down have crack up. Confucius said that.
Oh, Betty, I can't stand you.
That was one of my father's jokes. Okay, my father used to say that. Another one, you know what he used to say too on Ash Wednesday? He'd say, our church doesn't observe Ash Wednesday anymore. The priest got an oil burner. Oh my God.
What's with I feel like dads have the worst jokes. It's not just like our dads. Like dads in general think that they're really hilarious, and they tell like these awful jokes all the time.
And then grandpas pull my finger.
Yeah.
Grandpas like
they're like the grandpas are the worst. They're like perverted old men. They're like 90, and they're like, oh, your friend looks good today. Like coming back over again? Are you gonna have him come over again? Yeah. And I'm like, Grandpa, no, stop hitting on my friends. That's weird.
Why don't you have a bikini party in the backyard?
Yeah. No, you know what? That is something my dad did. He's like, you want to have your friends over? You want to have a pool party? We got the pool now. I'm like, you're disgusting.
That's it. I'm getting a pool. Just.
That's why. Benny's going to invite me and my friends over now because he only has a son, so I'm his adopted daughter.
Well, I told him
now
to bring
it's
girls.
less creepy.
Oh, you're my adopted daughter?
Yeah.
How sweet.
I made it happen.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
Thanks. That's cute.
I mean, you know what? I'm still not used to sitting next to you doing
I know,
the
you
show.
think I'm going to hit you and stuff. You think
Actually, in our new opening now with this Jeannie Powers going.
She's like smacking you out of the way, pushing you out of the
Pushing
camera.
me out of the way, the
Oh.
Jeannie Powers. She actually got mad at me when I said, you're watching the Gagoot show and went to a break. She was like,
It's the Jeannie Powers show.
Jeannie
I know.
Powers.
We're keeping the spirit here for you, Jeannie. Anyway,
hopefully you'll be back. Anyway.
we're going to take a break. We got a video commercial by Paul Bond, and you're watching the Gagoot show on MadhouseTV.com.
Gagoot. Gagoot.
Hi, hello. Yes, my name is Josephine Gladstein, and I'm here to put in my audition tape because I'm a comedian, and I want to be on the Gagoot show. The Gagoot show? Gagoot show. Gagoot hour? I'm not sure. But I was speaking to wife Nancy earlier, and I said, "Oh, your husband Benny."
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
And we're back on the Gagoot Show with our first guest and only guest of the evening, Anthony DiDomenico. Thank you for coming to our show. Claps for you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Anthony and I have the same haircut.
We do.
Yeah.
I had it first.
You
and
did.
I wear it better.
And you do wear it better.
I do.
He's got a good look going on.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad.
I wanted to look like you. Is it working?
You know, the sideburns, yeah, you gotta get the sideburns
I don't
going.
have those.
That's all I can grow. I can't really grow facial hair, so I
You
just
grow
go the sideburns.
like, what is it? Roy Orbison had those mutton chops.
Yeah, I guess anybody. John Popper had them. Chris Farley is the bus driver, and Billy Madison.
Oh, yeah.
So
So I'm so curious. I want to hear about the story that you want to tell us about Nancy.
okay, so it was at the premiere of Hank is Evil, Joe Pontillo's movie, and my dad's standing there with my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, and Nancy goes over to my dad and goes, I know you. You've done a show with my husband. What's your name? He goes, Anthony DiDomenico, which that's his name. She goes, yes, you're the comedian. That's right. And we look nothing alike. First of all, my father's 60 years old. He's much smaller than me. So it's just a funny thing. Like he plays it up all the time. Like he'll be at Governor sometimes with me, and people will come out and they'll go, "Oh, you were great today." He goes, "Oh, thank you very much. I'm Anthony DiDomenico. I'm here all the time."
Is that what he did to Nancy? He just went right
He plays it along. He doesn't correct anybody. He just
And
plays
you
it.
and I
like
never
that.
did a show together.
We never did a show together. No.
You didn't really even know me until today.
No, I think it's the second time we met. We
We met like 2 years ago or something.
more than that. It was like 4 years ago.
Was that?
Yeah,
Wow.
over 4 years ago.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's always just like, yeah, you guys know each other. That's good. That's funny. And your dad just did nothing. That's awesome. He just went along
Do
with
myself on the thing. I don't know how to do it with my hands. Car ran good.
it. Yeah, you do whatever you want. You could hold them up like this the whole time. We tell you stories,
Yeah.
jump things, huh? But so let's talk about, you have your DVD that you're going to be taping.
Yeah, I'm going to be
May
filming
31st,
May
right?
31st at the Brokerage. It's Sunday, May 31st. It's not just a straight comedy DVD. I'm shooting the comedy part first. I'm going to do like sketches and interviews and animation, so it's going to be like a whole compilation of different things. Very excited to do it. It's called Mrs. D's Baby Boy.
That's awesome.
I wanted to do it for a while now, and I'm finally actually putting things into works.
Well, I'll be there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for
I'm
you
going
guys,
to try to be there too or something.
I'll actually give your listeners, they want free tickets. They can go to govs.com, click on brokerage at checkout, use code BABYBOY, and tickets are free. So for your
Oh,
listeners-
wow.
Yeah, as a gift. I give.
Nancy,
Yeah.
hurry up. Nancy will be on there.
Nancy,
Well,
post away, Nancy. Go ahead.
That's awesome.
now you said that, so you're going to do animated? You're going to have like a cartoon or something?
Yeah, what I want to do is I have these clips of my mom who passed away in 2008. And I have these really funny recordings of her, and I want to make them into like a cartoon and like play and put it as part of the DVD.
That would be hilarious. You've let me listen to some of the
Yeah,
stuff
you've
that
heard
your
some of
mom
them.
has
Yeah,
said,
she's,
and it is roaring funny. Like it's just hysterical. Like it's just a typical like Italian mom getting mad at her son and just screaming at you.
Yeah, I got yelled at a lot, and I got some of it on tape. I still do a podcast now, Organized Chaos, but where I did a radio show back then, and I used to record her and put her on the air.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now you have your podcast, Organized Chaos. You just mentioned.
yeah.
You do that when, and how can people listen to you?
We usually record it on Tuesday nights. We actually record it after I leave here. We're gonna go record it. You can listen to it at fnfunny.wordpress.com, or you can go to my website. It's anthonydlive.com, and it has the link right on there. You can get it on iTunes. I do that with Bill Morales.
Right, and
very
you
funny
post
guy.
them right to your Facebook.
I
Also,
post on my
too.
Facebook, Anthony DiDomenico on Facebook. You can find me there.
And how many episodes are you up to now?
This I think will be 104.
Oh wow!
That's
Yeah,
great.
been doing it for a couple of years now, and 104. And we're actually redoing the studio a little bit, which is actually the second bedroom at where I live. So that's
Right. What do you call it? Like the man-child?
man-child studio because it's filled with wrestling belts. There's Let me see. I think I got 4 in there now. 4 different ones.
Which ones?
I have this John Cena spinner belt, and then I have the WWE title. I have a replica toy of the Winged Eagle belt, and my friend Nick just gave me a tag team belt replica.
Cool. Do you have any Dudley Boy stuff?
I don't have any Dudley Boy stuff. If you'd like to give me the Dudley Boy stuff, that'd be great.
I might have to make that happen.
You might have to make a call.
Cool, that would be awesome.
Yeah, if I get some of this from my podcast room, I got it. What's going on with the decorations
It's
here?
it's fancy. You know, we got little flowers that are sprouting out for spring.
Is this real flowers? Those aren't real flowers.
No, they're silk.
It's like a Dollar Tree exploded in here.
Well, it seems like people like our show a lot,
Yeah.
but they hate the set that we chose.
Yeah,
to do.
nobody likes that
I'm looking
set.
around and I see there's a news set. There's nice little like AM wake up with the Gagoot show set over here, and you got this. You choose the porn leather couch. I like that. And
We keep it, classy but
I
trashy.
see it. I like
you know?
that.
We like it. We like the desk, with
it
the
looks
two
neat behind the
people.
desk, and I
Yeah,
get it.
it's nice.
I get it.
Actually, when we started, I was sitting at the desk and you were sitting in that spot there at one time.
Were you?
In the first couple of shows.
No.
You weren't exactly right behind the desk.
You moved over into his area. Is that what you did?
Yeah, I was looking at
I
an
feel
old
like
episode.
Steve was over there.
He was there,
I
but
was
you
there.
were like,
Oh no,
That's
you
why
moved
he
the
was
seat
there.
like over there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't
you'll have to
know.
watch some of the old
I'll have to go-
episodes.
I'll
I've been
Alright.
watching
Look
them.
at the originals.
The original.
Yeah. I don't even. We gotta figure out what number episode we are, but we don't know.
Well, we
But-
started in October.
Right.
There you go.
That's all we know.
But now for your podcast, do you know how many viewers or listeners do you have? Is there a way to?
I know approximately. I could go on to the website and see how many clicks I get.
Oh, okay.
So I could do that. I don't know how many subscribe on iTunes. I haven't figured that out.
Is that the best way to go about it? Like if you want your podcast to be picked up for any reason by someone, like
Well, everybody's got Apple products. Everybody's got an iPhone, iPad. So if they have the podcast app, if you subscribe to it, automatically once we post a show, it comes onto the app.
Oh, okay. So that's
So,
probably the best
Yeah,
way to do
that's
it.
what my dad.
then.
My dad's like really probably only listens. He listens every week.
I listen to it.
All right, well now you listen to it.
And I've listened to it a few times
All
because
right.
on the comedy networking and on Facebook, there's a couple
Yeah.
of comedy pages.
Yeah,
Comedy
I
networking,
post a few of them on there.
You post on there. I've seen you on.
And you also you mentioned that you do an open mic at McGuire's.
I do. I host a monthly open mic at McGuire's. McGuire's puts it together. I'm very lucky they let me host it. It's usually the third Friday of the month. You can go to govs.com, go to McGuire's. Usually has the date there, and anybody wants to sign up. It's a bringer mic, so you got to bring at least 6 people. But there's an audience. There's pro comics doing guest spots in between. It's kind of how I got started. I started at the Governor's mic. I started
Okay.
there. I didn't know any other way to start.
How long have you been doing comedy?
It was 5 years, May 31st. March 31st. It was 5 years. I know the date.
That's okay.
Yeah,
you got the
that.
DVD in your head. And
I do. May 31st is, I'm plugged. May 31st. May 31st.
So 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
And was it a smooth ride?
Yeah, well, it was starting, it was pretty, I didn't know how to start. So I just called Governors and I said, "Do you guys have like a mic?" And they said, "Yeah," and they explained how it worked. And I signed up and I had like 40 friends and family came down the first night. And it was like nothing else I did radio for a while, but as soon as I was on stage, I was like hooked from day one.
And what made you get into comedy?
I always wanted to try it. Always, since I was a kid, I love watching stand-up comedy. Like my parents used to watch the HBO specials, and I always like making people laugh. And I lived right by the brokerage, so driving past there all the time, or going past there all the time, I'd be like, oh, I used to see the open mics. I'm like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try it. And it took me till I was 30 to actually
Wow.
have the guts to go down there and try it.
He looks so young, right?
I
Yeah.
A little baby
Yeah,
face.
you do.
I moisturize.
When you said 30, I thought you're barely 30.
No, I'll be 36 in August.
Yeah, you don't look
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
So 5 years, and now, what would you consider yourself, like a middle act, a headliner?
Middle. I feature. I host. I just consider myself a comedian. I'll do whatever. I don't have an ego about it. I enjoy hosting. I enjoy middling. Different challenges. I've only closed out one show. I closed out the show I did last year for my mom. I usually do a fundraiser every year. But this year we're doing the DVD taping instead of the show. So that was the first one I closed out. So I haven't headlined really yet.
Now the animation that you're gonna do for your mom obviously you're gonna make it look like her.
I'm gonna try. I don't know. I have to figure that out. That's gonna be probably the toughest part in the whole process of this.
Do you have somebody that could draw for you?
There's computer software that I think I'm gonna go that route. So I got to explore a couple of things, but that's gonna be. But I know a couple of people who can draw. So if I have to do it that way, I'll do it that way.
Oh, gotcha. So what else are we going to talk about now? You have your DVD, you
Yes.
started comedy,
That's it.
you have your podcast, your open mics. You're like a busy guy. You got like a lot of things going on, man. You're like, I mean, who's got
Yeah.
And I work full time, and I.
So you wanted to stop doing comedy for a little while.
I wanted to stop actually after the first time I did it. I was engaged actually the first time I did comedy, and we had broken up, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. I'm just done. Like, I didn't want to do anything. And my dad actually called a couple of his friends, and they got in a car. It was actually the mic at Chesterfield's. I don't even remember Chesterfield's.
Yeah.
And we went there, and he's like, yeah, you'll do it. And doing comedy as miserable I was at that time. I mean, the breakup was only a couple of days, and being on stage actually made me feel better, and that's what I look to now is get on stage as soon as I'm having a bad day or something like that. Comedy helps me get through most things.
Yeah.
I've heard that. A lot of people say they write better when they're miserable.
Yeah, it's
I've heard of comics who say when they get aggravated, they write.
Well, you write your feelings down. I mean, that's
Yeah.
and then you turn what's the the miserable stuff into funny stuff. That's what you don't like about yourself, you make funny, that kind of thing.
And how do you write? Do you actually write with pen and paper?
Yeah, and then I can't read what I write. I'm looking back like, what did I write? But no, I don't. I'll write first with pen and paper because I get ideas and I jot them down, and then I'll go over in the computer. Then once everything's done. But when I'm writing, I'm constantly scratching out and stuff. So I prefer to write with a pen and paper.
I do too. I'm a pen and paper type of person. But what I find happens sometimes is you write something, then you write it again, and then you write it again, and then you write it again. And it's like I got 3 paragraphs of the same sentence pretty much, and then I got nothing at the end of it.
Sometimes I go back and I read what I wrote. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to come back in a second. We're going to come back because there's something else, another talent you have.
Oh, no.
You also, there's something, this is pretty much
Jesus.
a public service announcement. If you enjoy singing in the shower or in a car, don't record yourself. So we're going to show you somebody, he's not in the shower, but he likes to sing in the car.
Voice of an angel.
And
Angel.
Nicole, our associate producer of the show, said that these videos must be shown.
I love them. They're hilarious.
She's the only one who likes it.
So here's Anthony singing while driving.
Apologize. You can understand if I go to jail tonight. Promise you pay my bail. Ain't about my pride. That just ain't up for sale. All of my kindness. Take in the mirror all the time. Wonder what she don't see in me. I've been funny, I've been cool with the lines. And that's the way that's supposed to be.
know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Shannon Gates is the #1 fence provider on Long Island, with the most inventory in stock, including vinyl, chain link, and aluminum. Gates offers a custom powder-coated system that prevents rust throughout the life of the fence. We carry fence tools to the trade. We even stock wood, rail, and glass hardware as well. Shannon Gates has our very own patented locking system. The next time you need fencing of any sort, both commercial and private, give Shannon Gates a call at 631-392-4330. You can also visit our website at shannongatesinc.com.
And we're back with our very special guest, rock and roll singer Anthony DiDomenico.
Coming at you. I can't even imagine what that sounded like to you people. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh my God.
No.
You're the only one who likes. That's why I said them to you. You're the only one who likes those things.
I had to share them with everyone now.
Do you really?
Now we just did.
Now we just did. Yeah.
Nicole loves them. She had told me
I
about
do.
them.
They make me so happy.
I don't know why they make you so happy. It's horrible singing. But I sing. I love to sing in the car. That's my favorite thing. One of my favorite things to do.
To Taylor Swift, right?
I love Taylor Swift. I don't know why.
You won't give us a little.
I'm not singing now.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Do you own Taylor Swift albums? Yeah, actually.
I have the.
You can
not
admit
known
it.
as albums anymore, Benny.
What?
It's not really known as albums
I have
anymore.
digital recordings on my iPod machine.
That's how can you not, an album. I know people don't want to say album because it's an old term.
Yeah.
But it's still you're putting together an album.
Have you downloaded all of
It's
her
a collection
songs
of.
Yes, I downloaded her music. It's
on your
So you don't have like a CD?
no.
Or
I haven't bought a CD probably since like 2006.
Wow.
I love CDs. I have a CD book in my car. I still listen to
I like CDs, but like it's so much easier to have it right on your
it is.
device.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, jump into the millennium. I know, with the setup here, you wouldn't think that, but yeah, it's much nicer to have.
Listen,
I
so
like-
what do you like?
I like CDs.
I like
Yeah,
CDs, but
yeah.
you're doing your
Radio show.
radio show. You're gonna have to play a little Taylor Swift for Anthony next time.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Every Saturday I have.
You do a
it's
radio
called-
show?
You do a radio show here. I play music. It's not a comedy.
What kind of
show.
music do you play?
Mostly rock and roll from
Yeah.
60s, 70s,
Yeah, so
and
that's
some
what my
80s.
dad likes that. My dad's all into that stuff.
Yeah, 60s, 70s, 80s. So I play 10 years after stuff you don't hear. 10 years after Janis Joplin,
Yeah, I like all that
the
stuff.
Strawbs.
I like everything. I gotta
Procol
say
Harum.
everything.
Yeah.
But then I play some new stuff that people don't like, the Mumford and Sons and the Decemberists, and there's a folk group that I really like called the Civil Wars.
Yeah, if you're playing folk music on there, you should play Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
They're awesome.
You know them? Oh, I thought he knew them. What?
No, it's really
I don't know.
And
I
they're
don't know
folk.
what that
They're a
is.
folk
They're a
band.
folk band. They got a great song. If I ever get married, which probably will never happen.
Don't
because
get me. Don't.
It's not really something I'm into.
Not that, I love marriage. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
But
I wish I met you, Nancy, when I was like 10.
Right?
So I can love you longer.
So I can love you longer.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Is that camera off me?
Alright, so enough about what might have been my wedding song. Anyway, Anthony.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It might have been your wedding song.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Don't get married.
It's alright. It's good. I'm good on it. So who are your favorite comedians? Like what makes you inspired?
You, Nicole. Since you got that haircut, I've been very inspired.
Yeah, it's
to
like
get
looking
same
in the
thing.
mirror.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. I don't follow that many comedians. I guess I'm a big Howard Stern fan, so I guess I say that he's my favorite comedian. People go, "Oh, he's not really a comedian." I consider him a comedian.
Makes
He's
you
my
laugh.
favorite. Yeah, he's probably my favorite. So Artie Lang is one of them. I'm a big Dane Cook fan. I always like Dane Cook. Started getting into him probably in my 20s when those albums came out.
I love Dane Cook. Every time I go to church, I laugh every single
Yeah,
time
he's
because
just-
of his like the Reese's Pieces bit, like the Reese's Pieces rap, and it's hilarious. You gotta listen to it sometime.
I hate to say that I'm not a big Dane Cook fan.
Not a lot of people are.
My son, because I feel like with Dane Cook that it takes a long time before he gets to the punch. Like he has a lot of filler.
What's part of his, I think, his style is that he repeats the same thing over again.
And he's very animated.
He's very animated.
Yeah, I saw the one about the guy who was an atheist and all this, but then they took a tree and I forgot
And they
what.
made the tree
Into Bible, they made a Bible.
Bible, yeah. That's
He
it.
died and then he became a tree,
Yeah.
and then they cut the tree up and made a Bible.
His last album is probably one of my favorites. It was Indecent. I think it was Indecent Incident. Like Indecent something. I forget the name of it, but he did a bit about people like he's probably one of the most hated comics out there, and he said like if he Googled his name. And he said that even he hated himself after reading these things. But he got this email from a guy who said to him that his parents died probably because they listened to his horrible comedy.
Oh,
And they got
really?
cancer and died. So, premise of the joke is that he goes, okay, so he let it go. And then the guy emails him back saying, a couple of years later saying, Dane, I'm sorry I said that. He goes, since then, my dad's been diagnosed with cancer. And I lost my job and I live in my dad's basement. And then he wrote back to the guy. He goes, Dear Anonymous, he goes, your father got cancer because he's ashamed of the unemployed loser that lives in his basement, Dane Cook. It was something like that. I left out all the curse words. It's better when he does it. Look up Dane Cook haters, and it goes, well, sometimes you gotta take the high road. He goes, oh, but I took the low road. I took the low road on that one. That's my favorite Dane Cook bit. You got it, Dane Cook haters. Google that or look it on YouTube. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's been in a couple of Good Luck Chuck or something like that.
And he
love that
was
movie.
in a
That's
very
movie, right?
a creepy movie. I wouldn't call it a horror, a serial killer movie.
Was he?
Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, he was with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Really? I didn't know that.
Kevin Costner is a serial killer, and his alter ego is William Hurt. William Hurt.
Yeah.
Is William Hurt. Is his alter ego that talks to him.
Oh.
And they go killing people. The alter ego Mr. Brooks doesn't want to kill anyone, but the other guy who does. So he kills someone, and Dane Cook actually witnesses it.
Oh.
And tries to
check that
blackmail
out.
him. Check it out, Mr. Brooks. Creepy,
I will.
good.
Dane Cook.
And funny. Funny in a sick way.
Yeah, it's a crazy kind of funny. You'll like it. You're sick
Oh,
of
I
that,
will.
yeah.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's a comedy?
But
Yeah.
No, it's not a
No,
comedy.
no, it's not a
Is-
comedy.
Is
If you're
it?
sick in the head, a little bit.
It will
yeah,
be.
It's nice. It's,
All right, so then I'll think it's
You'll
funny.
like it.
it's a comedy in like Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're done putting your Golden Girls outfit together, then you can. She looks like
I look like
B.
B. Arthur today,
You do.
okay? I feel very
it's a nice
like...
sunny day in Miami. You know what would be the perfect thing if you wear them like one of those blazer jackets and just roll the sleeves up a little bit.
Little shoulder pads.
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
An attractive B. Arthur, though.
Oh, thank you. And then I'll just... Yeah.
He's singing.
You got, yeah,
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all
That's
it is.
it.
Now, you said about Howard Stern. Howard Stern's very funny.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we've spoke about on the show, there are people, you don't have to do stand-up comedy to be a comedian.
Right.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Right? So when you did radio, would you consider yourself being a comedian back then?
Not really. Maybe it was just more like me, but I was with a group of guys. The first show I did was the Hammerheads. There's guys I met when I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and we 4 of us did a show. Actually, close here in Deer Park, it was WLIE on Deer Park Avenue. I don't even think it's still there anymore. And then I was on a show, the Jimmy and Robin Show on WGBB, and then we went up to New Rochelle for a little while.
That's cool.
But I don't think I was a comedian then. I just was doing stupid stuff on the air. We actually got kicked off in New Rochelle.
Why?
I can't say. We were saying some certain things on the air. Calls complained in. It wasn't like anything like we couldn't say. We just got complaints about. We were on from 12 to 3 a.m. And at 2 a.m. some guy was listening and was offended.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of everybody getting
Everybody's
offended by everything.
Oh, people get offended by
It's
it.
like I'm
Everybody's
offended
offended.
that you're offended. Can you
Yeah.
just stop already? Just stop. You know, and all this thing, I'm sorry to get, like, serious for a minute, but
Get
the
serious,
stuff in
Nicole.
Baltimore, like, calm down.
Calm down, all right.
Just calm it down. We're a bunch of
You-
people.
yes.
We're a human race.
We're living together.
We're living together. Let's
Tell
be
them.
together. There are bears out there. There are. I don't
There's
even know.
coyotes. on Long
Coyotes
Island.
coming to Long Island, yeah.
It's coyotes coming to Long Island. But there's grizzly bears, and there's black bears, and there's koala bears, and there are panda bears. And they are all bears. And they're just doing their thing, being bears. Like, we're people. Let's just be people, okay? Maybe we all look different. Maybe we come in different shapes and sizes. But let's just be nice to one another, goddammit.
But now the people in Baltimore who are doing this will turn around and say, well, you're not victimized, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I think. You're a hypocrite of, okay, somebody was victimized by the authorities and they died. All right. And that's a horrible thing. But now, if you go out and protest, all you're doing, you're burning up places. You're victimizing more innocent people.
Right.
You're burning somebody's shop who is just a hardworking
Yeah.
business, probably a family. And you're blowing up, and you're keeping people from going to the Baltimore Orioles game.
However,
They're
that
gonna play
woman.
a game in front of nobody tomorrow.
Yeah, there's going to be no one there.
Yeah, they gotta do a game. No one's gonna be allowed to the game. It's just they're just
Oh,
gonna have,
but they have to get the
they're just
game.
gonna have the game. Yeah, there's gonna be no one in the stands.
Wow.
No one, wow.
That's
See,
very
that's
awkward.
terrible. That's a terrible thing. And also, I don't know if anybody saw it. It went viral. The mom who found her son that was rioting and she like beat the crap out of him.
I heard
you
about
see
that.
Yeah, that's my
It
mother was
was-
doing that. Yeah,
Like, there should be more moms out there.
it looks like
that.
Vancouver if they lose the Stanley Cup final. That's
I mean, that's the worst thing too. If a team wins or they lose,
well,
and you
Vancouver
destroy
they burn the city down every time they lose the Stanley Cup final.
It's not nice.
They did it a couple of years ago when they lost to the Bruins. They did it when they lost to the Rangers.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Yeah,
It makes me
I
very
don't
unhappy.
like it.
You know, there's not many things in this world that I have too many really strong opinions on, but it's like, don't be a horrible person.
Just
you
that
know?
haircut and that outfit. That's
It's just my haircut and my outfit. It's like really bad.
You know, in the New York Post yesterday, and I wanted to bring the picture, but it flew out my window while I was driving. I swear, that's what I can't make this up. There was a UFO sighting, the second UFO sighting in the Bronx. It was in the
Really?
yesterday's New York Post. Look it up online. An actual UFO. They showed the big bright light and a UFO in the Bronx. Why would a UFO go to the Bronx?
I don't know, but I seen a UFO, and I don't care what anybody tells me. I know.
You saw a UFO?
I have
Where?
outside of my window. I swear to God,
Yeah.
I know you guys think I'm crazy.
We'll
but
make it look like a flying saucer.
No,
We'll
I'm
go
telling
down
you,
Bedford
this is
with-
what
Was it a
happened.
plane going by?
No, it wasn't a plane going by. I think it was a UFO.
Okay, how close was it to your window?
Okay, I'm going to tell you the story.
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready? I was
okay.
laying in bed. This must have been about.
Were you
8
dreaming
years
when you
ago.
saw this?
No, I
Oh,
was
okay.
laying in bed watching TV. And outside of my window, there was a bright light. And I'm like, okay, it's probably a plane. And it wasn't going away. So I got up and I looked out the window, and there was a round thing in the sky with the light coming out of it, like there. And I'm like, it's a plane, it's a plane. And it wasn't going anywhere. It was like, plane goes by, it's there and it goes away. It wasn't going away, it was there.
Do you want to explain this to her?
Well, I don't know.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
street light either, okay?
It was a bunch of science nerds who can't get women.
Okay.
So they made a little saucer and they operate it, and it's got a camera, and they're watching you in your bedroom. It was in your bedroom. It wasn't anywhere else. It wasn't.
It wasn't
important.
outside my bedroom, it was in the sky. It was in the, it was
Was
in
it
the sky.
some swamp gas that reflected off of Venus?
You guys, I don't know. I don't know what's out there. But it's really hard to believe out of all of the millions of universes that we don't even know.
I
of.
believe that we're not the only ones out there.
Oh, yeah. I
Something
believe that.
could have made its way.
Because I don't
this
think
way.
we're intelligent life, so I think there has to be something more intelligent.
I
out
agree
there.
with you.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
think the fact that people have seen these UFOs but they never land
Yeah.
is because we're probably a joke to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
don't
go,
want
"That's
to
it,
hear
outta
it.
here."
It's probably like an amusement park. Let's go watch those dumb humans. Let's watch them blow each other up and let's watch them.
Yeah,
They
meanwhile, they're like peacefully living
Yeah, they're
in like
pe-
beautiful
We
gardens.
killed our own
and stuff.
Messiah and then we're blaming other people of that. And then we have a holiday on the day he was born. But we killed him. We killed him. Anyway, on that note, we're going to... We killed our own Messiah.
Yeah.
We waited for him for 1,000 years and then we killed him when he got here. We didn't believe him.
We're winning. Winning.
Winning. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break. I want you to think about what we just said. And I want you to find out if there are UFOs looking in Nicole's bedroom at night.
You know what? It's probably some creepy. Probably.
And we'll be right back
Got a trench coat and a bandana.
with our great guest, Anthony DiDomenico.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
And we're back here on the Gagood Show. And the UFOs have taken over here, and Benny's become an alien or something next to me. I'm not really sure what's going on. Yeah.
It is Christ who compels you.
Oh Lord. Anyway, Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, he's here. So
Yeah.
tell us some things about you personally, other than comedy that you enjoy. Besides,
I don't enjoy anything.
Nothing.
You have no hobbies.
No, I like to sit in my room and cry myself to sleep. No, I'm kidding. I like, I like watching movies, TV. I'm a big chick flick fan. I like, I like any kind of chick flick.
Romantic comedy.
Romantic comedies. I love romantic comedies.
They're the best.
I watch any kind of movie. I watch those same kind of shows too, like Grey's Anatomy. Big Grey's Anatomy.
Did you cry?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was the big
Well, first
thing.
of all, I knew about it because everybody on Facebook posted about it.
Oh.
So now I will be posting. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I will watch it now to ruin it for everybody on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Because the people who ruin Grey's Anatomy for me, I'm going to ruin every show they like. I am going to just find out the ending of the shows, and I am posting them. I was doing a show, I got back, and I was going to watch it, and I couldn't because they ruined it already.
Oh, that's terrible. So my best friend is a huge Grey's Anatomy person, and she's like in mourning still.
Yeah, I'm a little in shock. I'll see what happens Thursday. Watch the show Thursday. See how they move on.
Yeah.
That's the latest trend in TV, killing off main characters.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been on the air for over 11 years, so I don't know if they're gonna end it or whatnot.
They
But
needed
yeah,
something to happen.
they needed to shock it. I guess a little McDreamy.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm confused about McDreamy.
Yeah.
Like, is that a medical term? Mick something?
Well, no, it's like I
get it. Like, he's dreamy. He's hot. Like,
yeah, but like a chicken McNugget.
I get it, but that's like McDonald's, so they're calling it a McNugget.
Well, we always called me and my cousin used to call the controller
right.
the McTroller. It's just like a Nick.
I get it. It's like his name is Derek Shepard.
They explain it if you watch the first.
All right,
season.
I gotta watch it
When
because
Meredith
it was
a
really
resident.
something.
It was a medical. It had something to do with.
He was
medical.
McDreamy, and
The other one was
the other guy was
McSteamy.
McSteamy. He's died. He died in a plane crash.
I heard the
Oh.
McRib is coming back.
There you go.
I'm really excited about that.
I don't like McRib. It's absolutely disgusting.
Is it?
It really is. Yeah, it's compressed.
It's not. It's not good.
It's McDreamy.
I'd rather have like a real sandwich, than have a McRib.
All right. Well, also we're talking about things that you like. You like
What do I like?
Beverly Hills
I
90210.
love
Yeah.
Beverly Hills 90210.
That's your
the
jam.
new one. It's a new one.
No,
No.
that's not. I don't acknowledge that. I don't acknowledge the new one. I like the original run. Almost 299 episodes.
Do you rewatch them over and over again?
Now I can, yeah. On CBS, the CBS app, I can watch them. I've started watching them. I've seen them all a billion times. I know them by heart. I know like the characters they've used a couple of times.
Just like a cameo.
Yeah, in the Palm Springs episode, the bellhop later plays Stewie, Brenda's fiance. I know that kind of thing.
So you're a big fan.
Yeah, Donna's brother Joe, boyfriend Joe, his brother later plays Valerie's mother's fiance. I mean, they keep bringing the same guys back. It's years apart, but I know the characters.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Now in romantic comedies, is it only black color movies, or could you watch like a?
I think getting
black
racist
and
there for a second.
No, no. No, because I know a lot of young people don't like,
like
black
Russell-
and white
like
movies.
what,
That's what. A lot
Tyler
of
Perry
young people-
movies, you mean? No.
No. I'm talking about like It Happened One Night. There's a romantic comedy that won Best Picture with
Yeah,
Clark
okay.
Gable and
I thought you were going somewhere
Claudette
else.
Colbert.
Okay,
No,
all right.
I know there's a lot of young people have trouble with black and white movies.
Well, that's what's going on in Baltimore. You're right, exactly. People have
That's
problems
not
with
what
that.
I'm
Oh,
doing.
okay. I thought we were going
Nothing
to
racist. Black
okay.
and white.
No, I don't mind. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Marty. I love that movie.
Oh, great
Ernest
movie.
Borgnine, yeah. But mine romantic comedy. I started like in the '80s. I started watching like '80s movies, like John Hughes movies, like Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire,
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
That's a great romantic comedy. That's
Yeah.
a fun.
Is that the one?
I can't
with,
feel my right arm.
Is that
That's
the one
with
with
John-
Ducky?
John Cusack.
Yeah, John Cusack.
Wants to kill himself.
That actually just came out. It's the 30th anniversary of that movie.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. 30th
And that's
anniversary.
funny because John Cusack, every morning he gets in his car to go to school, and there were these two Japanese brothers that act like
Howard
sports
Cosell,
commentators.
yeah.
Howard Cosell.
They learned how to speak English watching the World of Sports.
So they do Howard Cosell when he gets in his car and he's at the light, and they do a whole Howard Cosell bit every time.
Sorry, your mom's face blew up, Ricky. Woman's face blows up.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, you gotta watch Better Off.
The newsboy,
I would.
Yeah.
the newspaper boys coming after him with
$2.
a whole truck. You owe me $2.
So
2
not
weeks,
in on this.
14 papers, $2.
Okay.
Now you can't get one paper for $2.
Yeah, you can't get a paper for $2.
Okay.
That was a joke when I was younger. That was a joke. I remember we have 3 minutes, so I'm gonna instead of ask you to plug anything, I'm just gonna waste a few minutes telling you the story.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It's your show. It's
No.
your party. It's your
No,
charter.
if you want to plug anything.
Yeah,
now-
right.
I'll plug it again. Sunday, May 31st at the Brokerage Comedy Club. I am filming my DVD, Mrs. D's Baby Boy. You can go to govs.com, click on the brokerage link, scroll down to May 31st. You'll see my face. Click on that, and use code BABYBOY. It's good for up to 10 tickets free.
That's excellent. I am going. I'm going
Yeah,
now.
come
You
down.
said
It'll be
free.
fun. You get to meet my dad. You
Yeah.
confuse him with me. You guys like the same. You guys like all the same things. The same music and everything.
We like the
guys.
same music.
Yeah.
I saw Janis Joplin in her last New York appearance. We could talk about that.
Oh yeah, he probably loved it. He's got albums still. He's still.
Me too.
got albums.
I have vinyl.
There you go.
Vinyls that you can't go wrong with
I have
vinyl.
some vinyl
Yeah.
siding on my head.
Oh, I thought maybe like a vinyl.
You should use that tomorrow night. One of the shows that you
And
can put me on.
tomorrow night, the lovely Nicole LoMonaco and myself,
I'm not on that.
the
show.
not so lovely Benny Rizzuti, will be at
On the waterfront.
82
Patchogue.
Brightwood Street in Patchogue, right on the waterfront.
How
You
come-
can't miss it. If you miss it, you'll be on a barge.
That's it.
Thanks for putting me on that show, Nicole.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't.
We
produce
didn't
that
book
one.
it. We had
I'm kidding.
Anthony, we'll get you on the next.
It's a joke. It's a joke with me and Nicole because I always joke that she doesn't put me on anything.
Anthony's going to be on one of my shows. There's no doubt about it.
That's all right, don't worry about it.
World, he's on it.
That's all right. Go
Anyway,
on.
Anthony DiDomenico, thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
having me.
a
This
guest.
was a blast.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vicky, for making sure that everything worked out well for us.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
As Jeannie Powers would say.
Have a good night, everybody. Take
Good night,
care.
everyone. Thank you for watching.